What is going on YouTube? I'm Chalktopus, and forgive me for not having a face cam. I think the gameplay in Dragon Ball Fighterz is way too gorgeous to look at to paste my ugly mug over it, so you're just going to have to deal with a no face cam right now, because we're going to break down this video. We're going to talk about this gameplay, because first of all, this looks like something straight up out of the anime, and I feel like people say that about every new Dragon Ball game that comes out, but this one is legitimately, it looks like the anime. I mean, it's crazy. Look at the animations, look at the transitions in this, you know, the poses, everything, the expressions, everything about this game looks like it was straight out of Dragon Ball Z, and I think that's what is making most people happy about this, in addition to the fact that we're finally getting a, I'm going to quote unquote here, competitive fighting Dragon Ball game. Now, keep in mind that while Xenoverse 2 and Xenoverse and, you know, Raging Blast and all these other past Dragon Ball games came out, you know, they were mostly like arena fighters, and, you know, some of them were side-scrollers, but this game, it feels like a Marvel vs. Capcom game with a Dragon Ball skin over it, and I'm not to discredit it at all, I'm sure it's so much more than that, but it has the speed, and it has the combos, and it has the tag team play that, you know, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 had, and that's what made it so wildly popular and so competitive. Now, this is pretty much on a Guilty Gear engine, as it's being developed by Arc Systems, so if you're looking for a game to get into to kind of practice for this, I would suggest picking up the Guilty Gear XRD Rev, whatever the hell it is, the latest Guilty Gear game. It's like on PlayStation 4 for like $20. Pick it up, and that should be a decent amount of preparation for this game. But, you know, just to talk about it, like, look at this. First of all, there's in-game transformations, which are awesome, and it's something that I know we've wanted for a while, and Xenoverse 2 did kind of dabble with it. You know, you did have your creative characters that could, you know, transform, but here it looks more legitimate. You have Frieza turning into Golden Frieza, which is awesome. You have Goku, who turns into Super Saiyan 3. However, I don't know if that's only for his super attack, because it seems to go away right afterwards. You have this. I can't even words right now. I love to watch this game as much as I'm definitely going to enjoy playing it. It's fun to watch, and I think that's what's going to really help it hold its own in the competitive scene, because it's so fast-paced and it's so on point with the anime. And I've seen people who, you know, feel like they've been cheated out of a Dragon Ball game because it's a 2D fighter, but I feel like this is the 2D fighter that we've been waiting for. This is the game that can really propel Dragon Ball into, you know, Evo and the competitive scene, and it could generate an esports following because, you know, it looks airtight. Look at these combos, you know, you have the potential to do endless combos with tag team, and right now it looks like there's only 3v3 play. I don't know if that's going to change with the, you know, more news or the full release. Maybe there will be some 1v1s, but right now it's looking like straight up 3v3, like Marvel vs. Capcom 2 kind of stuff. Like, look at this. There's a couple things in here that are just straight up nods to the anime, and that Goku pose right there is definitely a nod to the anime. So whoever's animating this game, you know, the animators that they brought on, they're doing their homework, and look at this. Look at this. It looks like an episode of the anime. Now, we didn't really see too much so far. There's only a handful of characters they showed off. So, you know, for the good guys, they had Super Saiyan Goku, they had Gohan, and they had Vegeta. For the bad guys, they have Cell, Fat Majin Buu, and Frieza. Frieza, of which turns into Golden Frieza. We haven't seen any other transformations yet. Maybe Majin Buu can transform into Kid Buu. We don't know what's going to happen, but I love watching this game, and that brings me to my next point, the roster. I don't think we're going to see an enormous roster. We might only see a fraction of, you know, what we got for Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, and, you know, there's a couple of reasons why that makes sense, but I think that's what is upsetting people the most. In addition to this being a 2D fighter, I think most people are upset that the fact that there's not going to be a huge roster. At least I don't think so. because in order for games like this to work, and in order for games like this to, be balanced and, withstand the test of time in competitive play, you can't have a huge roster because you need balance within the characters. So having 100 characters in this game, it will be much harder for them to balance, and it's not logical. It's not logical to do. It doesn't make any sense. I think having 25-ish main characters from the series is a good amount of characters to have. And let's face it, most of you who are complaining about, a lack of a huge roster, you're most likely not going to play 99% of the roster anyway, so what does it matter? Having a smaller roster is better in the long run because they can always release more DLC, and they can always test characters along the way to make sure that they fit into the balance of the game. So, we don't have a roster of 50 characters and then you have 2 or 3, like everyone played Magneto in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. And I keep referencing that game because I played it so much, when it came out. Not competitively because I suck, but also because I've played it recently. And I remembered why I love that game so much, because there's endless potential, and, anyone could pick up and play the game, but then you're going to eventually go online and you're going to realize that you are crap. You are absolute garbage, and that's going to be my life for a while. But you know what? We're going to be playing this game on the channel, so it doesn't even matter. With that being said, super hyped for this game. I'm hoping that it comes out early 2018 as promised and there's no delay, but there's also an open beta that looks like we're going to get before the end of the summer. So if I had to guess, maybe sometime in August, Bandai Namco is going to drop some kind of... It's a closed beta. If I said open, it's a closed beta. They're going to drop their closed beta. Maybe there'll be an additional couple characters, but I think because the roster is so small, we might not get them any. So here's what I was talking about. Goku goes Super Saiyan 3 for his Super, and that looks awesome. Oh my goodness. This is just so beautiful to look at. Goku goes Super Saiyan 3 for his Super. However, he reverts back to regular Super Saiyan afterwards. So I don't know if every single character is going to be able to keep their in-game transformations, but... here's the hoping, being that, Frieza transformed, and I don't know if he was on a timer or if there's a special bar, but, there's something. And in addition to characters, I think we will also be seeing support characters, because we'll see if we get back up to it. But in one of the fights where Frieza is fighting, you see Sorbet kind of, come out and do something. I couldn't tell exactly what he was doing, but also under the health bars, you have a little flash of it's a character icon, and it has Sorbet, and I think he shoots a little laser like it does in Resurrection F, but that'd be cool if they incorporated some lesser characters into the game by having support characters, but I don't know how many there's going to be. That's completely speculated right now. It might not even be a support character. I mean, right now we don't have much to go off of, being that E3 is still going on. There's still a ton of hype surrounding this game, and this video is probably going to get lost within the ether of every single Dragon Ball FighterZ game that comes out. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. I'm very excited. We're going to be covering this game in every step of the way. As I learn new things, I will record videos and post them up to the channel. Here's Fat Boo doing just an awesome Super, which destroys the stage, and it looks like there's stage transformations as well. That's pretty dope, not gonna lie. So I don't know if that is only upon ending a round or if you can just do it at any point, but that's pretty cool. But like I said, as I learn more, I will be sure to share all the information, and I'm very excited about this game, and it's most likely going to be a prominent game on the channel when it releases, in addition to Dokkan and some other Dragon Ball stuff, because the way I see this going is we're becoming more of a hybrid Pokemon Dragon Ball Z channel, and it's kind of the path I've always wanted to go down. So we're going to end this rambling here, but look at this gameplay. As we see more, I will be sure to show off more, but let me know in the comments below, what do you think of Dragon Ball Fighterz. You know, what is your initial impression? What are you most excited for? Which characters do you want to see in the game? Just, there's so many things. Just let me know your overall general opinions. And yeah, I'm super excited. If you're new here, please consider hitting that sub button, hit the like button if you like this video, and we will see you in the next video. Wow, just, that's all I got right now. Wow, I'm still blown away by the entire presentation, but we'll catch you later. Peace.